Alright, today we are starting day 2 of this project with the table. We don't have all the supplies due to the coronavirus quarantine stuff, so we can't just run to the store and go get what we need. So we ordered everything from Amazon to paint the base, the pedestal, all that stuff. But today we're going to go ahead and just do the top because we do have the gray paint to do the stains and everything. So we went ahead and just re-wiped everything down again with the cleaner just to make sure that any dust that accumulated overnight is gone and we have a good surface to work with. So we're going to go ahead and get started with some gray, and we're just going to do a dry brushing technique on this, and that way we kind of get that wood grain effect, but also, you know, just kind of a more distressed look to this top that we want to do with that kind of almost pure white base. So we're going to do a gray, like a weathered look, and we're just going to get going and see how it comes out. Okay, so we're starting to get the desired effect here. We kind of went over with some light, some dark. You can kind of just see, you know, some of that grain starting to develop on there. However, one thing that we're finding that we don't like is all these lines right here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this with a dark base coat again. And then from there, I'm going to sand that coat. That way we can get rid of those lines over there, and we'll go over with the medium and then the light gray from there. So we'll give it a shot, see how it comes out. All right, so take 2 here. So Kristen is going to go ahead and just basically give us a full base coat on this thing. We started with a dark enough gray that as we pile it up with some lighter grays and then maybe even a white at the finish, it should start looking like distressed wood. So we'll give it a whirl. Alright, we had to go ahead and move everything out into the yard where we could actually get some sun on this table and see what was happening here. So we got most of those lines out of the way now. Pretty much just a base coat. And after doing some sanding, I kind of gave it that long grain that we're looking for, and then we'll just go over. We'll do the same color now, and we'll just do it with a brush and just kind of feather in some strokes just to give it a little texture and some grain. And then we'll start layering up to lighter and lighter colors as we go here. So I think we got about 3 different color grays, and then we'll kind of look at what that looks like at the end and maybe add some white. Okay, so we got our first 2 layers of gray on here. We got the base coat down, and then we went over it with a lighter gray. Originally just giving it some streaks, and then I went through and used the side of the brush and kind of hit a little harder like that to kind of give it more of these, you know, a little more dense areas of grain here. But overall, really happy with the way this is coming out. The grain looks good, way different, and pretty excited. Okay, so we had to move into the garage because it looked like it was going to rain. We got the top all done though, as you can see over there. All nice and grainy looking. Pretty sweet. We are happy with the way that it came out. And now we're just going to go ahead. Kristen's just wiping these down again. That way, again, you know, we can make sure there's no dust or anything like that on them from last night. And the base we had sitting out in the yard today, so probably better safe than sorry. Anyway, so we're about to get going on these bases, and these we're going to do white. So, distress white, sorry. So we'll see how it looks when we come out. Alright, first coat is on. We are just waiting for it to dry. We've been waiting for maybe like 15 minutes or so. I'm about to hit the second coat here pretty quick. And we'll get all that matched up with that, and it will look like the cat's pajamas. Meow. All right, so we're going to call it a day here. Getting pretty tired. But we got the tabletop done. Looks pretty darn good, I think. We'll obviously have poly and everything to put on it after this. And with these, we are going to rough these up. Right now they're just basically pure white. And we put the top on there and it looked pretty darn awesome. But I think we can make it look better, so we're going to scuff it up a little bit to give it more of that kind of just weather distress look.